Oh My Dog with Jack D and Seann Walsh.
Coming up on today's show, we speak to Kirsty Gallacher about her Dogs Trust involvement and her two dogs, Bertie and Frank. We also hear from Seann about his Wi-Fi hell. Hi, Seann. How are you?
Hi, Jack. I'm terrible.
Why?
Because last night there was a power cut on the street or the area or something, and it cut off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And I've been for over 2 hours. I've been trying to fix the Wi-Fi for this,
Right.
and as you can see, I'm not in my office.
No.
No.
Where are you?
I'm in the living room.
Right. So but for 2 hours you've been trying to fix the Wi-Fi. What have you been doing?
So the boosters. Do you have a booster? These boosters are just.
Are they things you plug into the mains? That yeah.
Yeah. I think we need to take in all of the boosters and just smash every booster.
Yeah.
I don't believe in boosters. They're not real.
They've worked very well for you in the past, haven't they?
It's not been that great, has it? It's not been that.
Okay. Yeah. My experience of boosters is that there's a very simple way to set them up, and then there's a really complicated way to set them up. So that's what I had. I had an issue at one point with them, and realised I was trying to do it the really complicated way.
Do you think that's what I'm doing?
Maybe.
Yeah. That's that. I've managed to connect all of the boosters in the last 2 hours, apart from the one in my office.
Right. Yeah.
Which I couldn't do it.
That's pretty bad that your Wi-Fi needs all these boosters.
Yeah. You're in London. Why is it so bad?
I've got 5 boosters.
How?
You've got too many boosters. That's your problem.
I just went a bit booster mad and thought I'm not gonna let this fail on me, and I'm gonna have a booster in every room. And it doesn't matter where you are in my home, there will be Wi-Fi.
Absolute lightning speed Wi-Fi, but it's backfired on you, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That's...
You should start a support group, Jack. I think people go to you with their problems, and you make them feel better about the situation.
It is. There's nothing like that as a wind up.
The problem is that with the digital world. Sorry, and I'm obviously we had a storm last night, and I'm sure we'll all be able to share how our dogs handled that. But just quickly, the problem with the digital world is you're being told by an app what's happening, and they put loading bars. So they'll put a loading bar on the app.
Mm-hmm.
But a loading bar isn't real. That's not a real thing. No. This is something that we've used to try and tell a story.
Yeah.
That something is trying to connect to something, but it doesn't actually. There is no loading bar.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
Yes.
So you're at the mercy of apps pretending to communicate things with you so that you feel like you have some sort of control in this dilemma, and you don't. You have no control.
No.
You have absolutely. It's nothing to do with you.
I
nothing you do.
I always think the mistake we make with all of this technology and apps and everything like that is that the mistake we make is we measure their usefulness by how much convenience they bring us. Okay. But really, we're looking at it the wrong way around. We should measure their usefulness by how inconvenient they become when they don't work, and how Wi-Fi is a very good example of that. The internet, if it doesn't work, your life is over. So that makes Wi-Fi a bad thing.
Yes.
Ultimately.
Yes.
A thing we shouldn't have.
I was in the back bedroom waiting for this booster to connect.
Yeah.
Thinking, I just wish I lived in the Robin Hood times. I bet they were so much happier.
Yeah, probably were.
Of course they were.
Yeah,
because there was. Yeah.
get my bow and arrow, go out for a walk. You know,
That's it. There's nothing. There would be nothing to break.
No.
Everything would work. I mean, there wouldn't be anything that didn't work. It would be fine.
You know, you get a letter. It turns up, some bloke on a horse gives it to you.
Lovely.
You don't need emails then.
No.
You two would have to be walking around the country, knocking on doors to deliver the podcast.
We would actually, yes.
Yeah.
We just go be itinerant. We'd be itinerant podcasters, you know, in just dressed as peasants, and we knock on the door and say, "Can we do a podcast for you?" And they go and sit in their hovel, you know, when they're all drinking cider out of wooden cups, and we start talking about our dogs.
I'm all for this.
Happier times, much simpler. Happier times, yeah. Anyway,
but yes, well done. Well done for bringing it back to the pod, Sara.
Yes, yes, well done, Sara. Exactly. Yeah, bring us back online. I didn't mean that as a bad pun, but yeah, we were. I was thinking, would Booster be a good name for a dog? It's not a bad name for a dog, is it?
No, it's quite a.
Yeah.
It's quite sweet.
Although it'd probably trigger you to some
That's what I
extent.
was just going to say.
You just don't need that stress.
Yeah, these are my dogs, Booster and Wi-Fi. And
So we're recording this the day after a very big thunderstorm and lightning last night. And how did Juniper and Mildred fare?
Sara, do you want to go first?
I don't know. I didn't notice.
What?
Well, it's in Bedford, so you probably just thought it was bombs going off or something.
It was drowned out by that.
Yeah.
Maybe you were a bit too far north for it, but we had it right on
Maybe.
top of us. Did you?
Yeah.
How did you cope with it, Seann?
So I was woken up by Mildred, just kind of. Oh, that. Sorry, that is Mildred now.
Okay.
To let her in. Sorry,
All right,
she's just back from a dog walk.
Huh? Poor Dolly was, because it was very loud. It was right above us, and there was a lot of lightning. And she sort of sits up in bed, kind of saying, "I'm not scared of this. I just can't sleep. That's all." But she was. You're right.
Bless her.
Yeah, I know. But she's right in between the two of us, and like she's fine in the end. She's actually fine with it.
What, Dolly?
Yeah. No, she was just like. She kind of tries to style it out when she's a bit scared of something. So, you know, her ears are pricked up and she knows something's not quite right. Yeah. And she doesn't like the big noises and the lightning, but she was kind of being brave between the two of us in bed.
Do you ever think when there's one of these big storms, do you ever think, what if this is the end of the world?
Oh no, I didn't. I've never not had that thought. Yeah.
I really thought you were both going to agree with me.
No, I don't think anyone thinks that. That's just you.
Quite enjoy a storm, to be honest.
I mean.
I do. Yeah. Well, Mildred woke me up pacing up and down, and then I realised it's torrential rain. And there's a storm. Yeah. And I got up and I thought maybe she needed the toilet. And the doors were open. The back door was open, you know, to try and keep the place cool. I shut the door because I thought, I don't want her to go out barking. And then anyway, so I go back to bed. Then she's still pacing about, and I thought, I bet I'm a bit tired, but no, I bet she's a bit worried. She was at the back door, so I opened the door, and she went out. She was about to shoot out and bark. She went. She zoomed out, and then there was lightning.
Oh,
it was so funny. There was lightning, and she just stopped, and her head went down, and her tail went down, and she just really slowly walked back in.
Oh.
I know.
Surrendered to it. Oh,
I know.
Yeah. Oh.
Was giving it all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, who's in the back garden? I'll have you. Oh, actually, I don't need a wee. Actually, I'll just come back in. She came back in. That's very sweet. And then she came up and she really cuddled up to me much more than she ever does.
Yeah, normally, no. She obviously really shook her. Yeah.
It's really
sound
sweet.
that goes through. I'm quite surprised that they don't have they don't sort of see it coming as well, that the thunder and lightning, because animals very often know what's going to happen with the weather, don't they?
Yeah.
And you hear like animals,
like horses.
they know if there's going to be a tsunami or something, or horses are very sensitive and they'll know, and they'll just quietly make their way up to higher ground or something. Yeah, they don't stop to warn you, but you know, they just. I'm out of here. You do your thing, I'll do mine. Yeah.
I actually met a man with 2 horses the other day because I text chat this, but Sarah, I was late to a show because I poured AdBlue into the hole that the diesel was meant to go into.
Yeah. I don't know how you managed that.
No.
Yeah. Well, I'd been in the car for 6 hours, so I was a mess.
Yeah.
And then did that, but then a man called Alan came and saved the day, and he had 2 horses, and he said I don't do anything. I don't do anything else. I just got my horses.
Hang on. So you were at a garage?
Yes. Yeah.
And this bloke with 2 horses turns up. What?
Yeah, to come and tell me there was a storm coming. Yeah. No, he
Horsepower.
No. He yes, yeah. No, he just said it. I was very thankful. I was very grateful. I just kept on thanking him. Like, thank you, Alan, so much for just doing this. I really appreciate it. And it was just going, no, I've only just got the 2 horses, so I don't really mind.
Oh.
Right. So he didn't have the horses with him?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I just thought that was a bit weird. Okay, so let's just go back. Let's go back first of all. Forget the man with horses, but
forget Alan.
Originally, you got AdBlue and you poured it into the hole where your diesel's meant to go.
Yes, so I poured the wrong liquid into the wrong hole.
Oh dear.
Okay, because AdBlue just comes in a canister, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yes.
You don't get it out of the pump.
No. It comes in a
How did
canister.
you manage that?
So you bought a massive bottle of AdBlue.
Yeah.
And then just thought, did you just think, I'll just put it in here? That's probably right.
No, I wasn't concentrating. My excuse is I'd been in the car for 6 hours and I was absolutely broken. And so I'm going to that's where I'm going to shift the blame.
Okay.
I'm going to shift the blame on the 6-hour drive. And I poured the AdBlue. What happened was I actually poured the AdBlue in, and it's lucky I didn't. If I'd started the car, I'd basically need a new car. But what I did is I poured it all in, and on the last drop, realised what I'd done.
Yes.
And also, what makes this worse is the hole for AdBlue is bright blue.
Yeah. Instead of whatever colour the other one is. Yeah. Are they next to each other then? Is that the thing? Are the 2 holes next to each other?
Yeah, they are next to each other. Yeah.
Okay.
I tipped my head back and I just looked at the sky.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I swore quite a lot at the sky.
Yeah.
No.
And then there was a couple that were next to my car, and they were just kind of stood outside the car, and I went, sorry, I just I put it in the wrong hole. And he said, that's what she said.
No.
And I gave him nothing.
No.
And I just gave him absolutely nothing.
Too.
Yeah. I just couldn't believe that.
No.
That's what I was getting back. It's not okay.
No.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And so then how did you get the AdBlue? Did you suction it out? Did you siphon it out?
No, it's Alan.
Alan did it.
Alan did it. Alan with the horses.
Alan with the horses.
He showed you how to do it.
I asked the woman behind the counter if where I asked her where I was. I said, "Excuse me, sorry, I've got to call the road people. Where am I?"
Okay.
And I said I poured the AdBlue into the thing, and then she said, "Oh, do you know what? I've got a mate called Alan who does that.
He's got 2 horses.
He's got 2 horses, and he'll do it for half the price, I reckon. Just call him. It was half an hour. It was brilliant. If anyone ever puts the wrong petrol into or the wrong liquid into the wrong hole in their car,
sort
of up north, please let me know on Instagram, and I will give you Alan's number, because he was brilliant.
Did you watch how Alan did it, in case you have to do it again yourself one day? Did you watch what he did?
No, you need equipment. He had all the equipment. Yeah.
So he just must have siphoned all the stuff out of your car.
Yeah.
That was a close shave. You're very lucky. I'm glad you didn't start the engine, as you say.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because that will wreck the whole thing's gone then.
Yes. And I did that thing where I called the gig to say I'm so sorry, I've pulled AdBlue into the wrong hole. I can't make the make the show. Oh. But then they arranged for a car to come and get me, and then so I had to leave Alan. I had to entrust Alan with my car.
Oh right, okay, and then you went and did the gig, came back, nice, relaxed 20 minutes, bit of banter with the crowd,
yeah, precisely.
I did a gig.
What a life!
I did a gig in Bristol the other night. The Comedy Garden.
Oh, gigs. I did that. Yeah. Very nice.
So I won a competition prize backstage, because Will, who organises them, said,
the lovely Will.
I was just talking about how well organised the whole gig is, and he says, "Yeah, that's been great," and the comedians have all been great, and he said, surprisingly well organised. There's only been one person who's actually just left stuff in the green room.
Oh no!
And he said there's only one person who did. He left 2 items: the jacket he performs in and a jumper. And who wants to guess who it is? And I said, I do. I want to guess. Was it Seann Walsh? So there's another thing there that's happened. How did you leave the jacket you perform in behind? I don't.
Because I put it on it was on the coat hanger, and it was hanging up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just after you'd been on or something.
After I'd been on, yes. Yeah. Hang it up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can't believe that's got back to you. That's unbelievable.
It was just a little bit of idle chit chat. That's all it was. But I sort of thought I'm in with a good chance on this one.
Yeah. No, really, it should be no prizes for that.
No. Well, I don't usually enter competitions, but I did with that one. It was.
Dear.
So we've not really talked about dogs very much. Yeah, but
shall I just share something that's dog related?
Good. Yes.
So, very sadly, I had to be at a funeral on Friday in Dublin for the great Trevor Dietz. But who was there but Matt from the Rescue Hotel? And because he was a great friend of his too. And so it was brilliant to catch up with Matt. And I'll just show you a picture of us together. I sent it to you. But it was really great to see him. And we had a lovely chat. And he gave me some very interesting information. Here's Matt and I. There we go, at the wake.
Yes, good picture.
Yeah. And as you'll remember, they named 3 dogs after us.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. They named a beautiful little dachshund, Sara.
Oh, sweet.
And Matt told me she was adopted first, which was lovely news.
No surprises there.
No, not at all. And then Seann Walsh the Rottweiler. There we go. He was adopted next. And then we had...
He was adopted?
He's been adopted,
I didn't know. The last time I asked, he had it.
Some bloke called Alan with 2 horses.
And that is obviously Jack D the Lurcher.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Who very sadly has not been adopted yet. He's in a foster situation, but they don't want to keep him because he's an awkward character.
Did they define what awkward character means?
No, he just said he's a great dog, but he is a bit, I don't know, like a curmudgeon, a bit grumpy, a bit of an awkward character, and it just made me laugh.
Very difficult.
Well, you give a dog a bad name.
I thought you'd enjoy that, though. I thought I had to share that with you.
That's really funny, isn't it? But I hope someone finds a home for Jack D.
Yeah, come on, he's a gorgeous dog. Let's find somebody.
Sweet.
I think the most important question is, have they kept the names?
Yeah,
that is without a doubt the most crucial piece.
Is someone out there shouting for Seann Walsh in the on the common or something?
Yeah.
Sara is fine, but it's Seann Walsh is kind of quite a strange idea for a name, isn't it?
Seann with two ends.
Yeah.
Seann with two ends. Oh God, he's lost his balls. His collar's come off. He doesn't know where he is. I also lost my glasses because I left my glasses on top of the car when I was filling it up. I put my glasses on top of the car and then drove off. It's been a week.
Seann.
So was this after you'd had the AdBlue taken out? Because
this was before.
Okay, right. Okay. Oh.
Are you sure you didn't ingest some of this stuff?
Yeah.
I know.
I don't want to labour the point, but I don't understand why you were putting AdBlue in any hole, let alone the wrong one.
What is AdBlue?
It's stuff you use to make your diesel more cleaner,
environmentally friendly.
Environmentally friendly. But did you have a light saying it needs more AdBlue?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't do anything were I not being instructed to, and that doesn't just go for AdBlue. That goes for life.
Okay. Yeah. No, fair enough.
But yes. I just quickly, because we have a wonderful guest. Oh, who probably was. But I'll just quickly say this: is that obviously with the weather being hot, Mildred has found a spot that she likes, and it's really sweet because I've not really noticed this before. By the fireplace, we've got some tiles. At the base of the fireplace, and so that's now where she lies, where it's nice and cool.
Bless her. Yeah, nice. Yeah. It's very clever of her to find that nice, cool spot to lie down.
I know. It's very sweet, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's sweet when you know what your dogs are thinking.
Yeah, why they're doing
that's when that's when it becomes they become anthropomorphized, really.
Yes.
When they start with the logic that you would have. If we didn't have furniture and we were too hot, well, probably we would have to lie there.
Yeah. Totally, lie down, find some slate is a good idea, indoors. Oh, nice and cool that is. Yeah.
Was that you or was that Mildred?
Yeah.
Who was that going, that's nice and cool that is?
No. I think that's it. That was me. If I'd been a dog, is probably how I'd talk. Oh, that's nice. I think I lie down here.
Jackie the Lurcher.
There we go. You know his voice.
So we have got a great guest, haven't we?
Yes,
we do.
Our guest today is Kirsty Gallacher. After 20 years of Sky Sports, hosting major shows like Gladiators, Soccer Aid, and presenting on Gold Radio, she's become one of the most recognisable faces and voices in British broadcasting. She's also a long-time supporter of Dogs Trust and shares her home with Bertie the French Bulldog and Frank the Cocker Spaniel. Welcome to Oh My Dog, Kirsty.
Hello.
Hi, Kirsty.
Let's see if I can actually hear.
Yeah.
Right, brilliant. Thanks, guys, for bearing with.
No.
What about framing, though? Hang on. Jude.
You don't have to worry about framing. Look at this.
Yeah.
Frame my bloody bits. I tell you what a nightmare. I hate technology.
We all do. And today's episode, before you joined, was a bit of a I hate technology special. So don't worry.
Yeah.
You're in good company.
Oh, I love it. Well, there we are. Thank you so much. Good.
Well,
I feel very
much indeed.
shambolic.
Kirsty, I know you've got two lovely dogs. You've got Bertie and Frank. So what breeds are they?
I've got Bertie's a French Bulldog,
yes.
8-year-old, and Frank is a Cocker Spaniel show. He's the rescue. Bless him.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
yes.
lovely.
Yeah, I saw a picture of you with Bertie on Instagram, and we've got a Frenchie in our family as well. My daughter has a Frenchie. They're gorgeous dogs, aren't they? Such fun.
They're hilarious.
Yeah,
I mean,
really
they're very much on their own agenda, and I've always had a mix of dogs in my life, but I've always thought a Frenchie would be quite a good laugh, and it was just a friend's litter. Actually, usually I always rescue animals.
Yes,
but we had him as well as another rescue at the time, and it was just a small litter of friends, so it felt like it was all right, and I didn't want it to get into the wrong hands, obviously. Which is the truth. So we took Bertie on, who is adorable. He's 8 now, and he is absolutely fabulous. Yeah, they are good fun, but they rule the roost, to be honest.
Yes.
Did Frank join Bertie later?
Yes.
And
yes.
how did they get on? I'm always interested in that because I've only got the one dog, and would love a second. It doesn't kind of suit us right now, but I'm always fascinated with the second dog joining the first.
Yeah. Well, when Frank arrived, we had 3. So I had Betsy, who was a rescue, British Bulldog. Then we had Bertie, who wasn't a rescue, but like from a friend's litter. And then I was in touch with a rescue, basically, and they knew I was the soft touch. Oh, Kirsty, you know. Don't worry, call Kirsty when there's an issue. And it was sort of just after lockdown and stuff. And it was a girl I know at a rescue home. And she said, oh, God, we've got a bit of a nightmare. These 2 beautiful Cocker Spaniels have been found wandering London after storm. Do you remember Storm Franklin? A few years ago, it was there was a big storm. It was, oh gosh. So he's 4. Yeah. So 4 years ago, he's 4.5 now. And long story short, me being me, I went and I think someone said to me, it's not like a car where you're going to go, oh, not sure. It doesn't drive very well, you know. Of course, you're going to come home with a new dog. So we came home, and then there were 3. He was, bless him, he was adorable. So they rehomed his brother separately, and he was only about 4 months old. I mean, he was literally found. It was I won't go into the scenario, but found literally wandering. We think we'd been possibly stolen, probably with his brother. And then turfed out. They couldn't be bothered. And this guy in London just said, listen, there's a serious issue, and took him into a vet. And then this rescue picked them up, and they went to see the person and said, believe this is your dog. Do you want this dog? Get in touch if you do. No, they didn't. So I took on Frank, who was wonderful. And actually, Seann, it's an interesting one because you ask about sort of integrating dogs.
Yes.
He integrated reasonably well, which is always a worry, like you say. When Betsy was around alive, she was the old matriarch of the family. She died 2 years ago, old lady, 12 years old, and just had a wonderful life when she came to us at the age of 4. So she was broken, really, when she came to us. And we all, we healed her, and she was fabulous. But we had the 3 of them, and it worked really well. And then she passed away. And Frank and Bertie are great. We've tried to rescue. I would have 20 rescues, and 20. I'd have all sorts of animals. Weirdly, we have tried to rescue dogs since with Bertie and Frank, and Bertie will not allow another dog into the equation.
Okay. He's put a stop to it.
Will not let them over the threshold. Literally in the garden, fine. Yeah, we've done it. We've done it really well with various people, like private rescues, rescue homes. I've tried to rescue 3 dogs in the last year because I'm desperate to take on more. And the rest, all rescue homes, as we all know, are absolutely full at the moment, and he will not allow another dog over the threshold. So I think he's just 8, Bertie. I think I don't know, I'll try it again. I'll keep trying, but he goes for the dog, and it's a bit of a nightmare. We've had a behaviourist here and a dog behaviourist, and they're like, no, he's not having any of it. So it's a good question.
Can you remember what the behaviourist said? Is there any kind of inclination as to what the problem is?
Just territorial, and one was another flat-nosed breed, a rescue British Bulldog, and then another was another Spaniel, actually, and he was just like, he just would not. It's just his territory, and French Bulldogs, as we know, and as Jack quite rightly alluded to, are funny fish, and to be honest with you, but I mean, listen, I don't know, I will try again, because I will keep trying, but do you want another dog, Seann? Do you want to rescue?
I would love another dog, but we got the 2 kids, and there's not enough space at the moment. But that is the plan moving forward.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It is a lot. I know.
Yeah. I think you're advanced with caution there, and I don't think you asked the right person, Kirsty. I think Grace is the person to ask.
Yes.
Whether they want another dog or not.
Sorry to interrupt. Just quickly, a reminder that myself, Jack, and Sara are now on Patreon.com. So if this isn't enough for you, you can sign up and become a member at Patreon.com/OMD Pod, where we will go off lead. That's the name. Oh My Dog goes off lead, where we kind of go off topic, away from dogs, and we chat about what you want to talk about, or we just catch up, and it's a lot of fun. People seem to be really enjoying it. So there's a little link in the episode description. Just tap that, sign up, and we'll see you there. Back to the episode.
Kirsty, where does it all come from? This love of dogs? Were you brought up with dogs? Were you what happened?
Yeah, good question. Actually, I'm getting more obsessed by dogs and animals in my later years, because I do a hell of a lot of campaigning now and sort of work across the board with animal.
Yes.
Side my radio and TV job, I'm doing a lot of campaigning. I mean, we were brought up, had all sorts of pets and animals, and we were very much, my siblings and I, very outdoorsy kids, sporty, obviously, having a sportsman of a father, and I'm sporty, and my brother and sister are. And then we would rescue things and look for things, and toads and frogs, I'd handle anything. I had pet everythings, and everything on TV was animals. It was Wind in the Willows. It was Brambley Hedge. I've always had this almost bringing animals to life, like a madwoman, I know. So I think that's where it's sort of come from. And really, I've just always loved animals, always loved nature, and been an outdoorsy girl, and I would love a small holding, I would love that. It's just a lot on the moment with sort of travelling up to London by Gold Radio. But we have a rescue tortoise. We have the 2 dogs. Very tempted to rescue some goats at the moment. I'm like, but do you know what? I'm just finding myself. I don't know if you guys, and listen, I'm not saying we're old or anything like that, but I don't know. The world is not great. The world is a funny old place, and I know that social media does amp that up a bit as well, because you look at all my algorithms are just animals and animal nightmares across the world, and I'm like, I've got to get involved, retweeting or whatever, putting out these stories, and I'm just finding myself at this age, at 50, exceedingly emotional, but also quite not aggressive.
An activist.
Activist. I'm more of an activist.
I completely relate to you, Kirsty. I'm 51.
Oh, amazing.
And
you?
I have
God,
become,
amazing.
So do you. Thank you very much.
But
I have become so much more active in this role. So this series on the show, you know, went to Camp Beagle. I know that you're involved with that. And we've had Rose Patterson on the show. And I know that Rose
is amazing. I'm doing something with her.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you tell us anything about that, or not yet?
I can't say, because I don't know yet, because she hasn't decided, but it may be some investigative work. But for me, across the board, we've lost the plot with animals. Across the plot, we've lost. And I'm talking worldwide, obviously, but I start to get fuzzy in my head regards animals, because when I look across the board and we look across the globe, we've actually got major issues in the UK. Whatever anybody thinks, a lot of people don't have a clue what goes on in factory farms, puppy farms. The rescue homes are absolutely, full to the brim. We have got major issues in this country. Fur, we still import £1 million worth of fur, even though we were the first EU country back in the day to ban all fur farms. I mean, what? How ridiculous and hypocritical we are. I mean, we know this. Sorry, I'm not going to get political, but I could. We are not as animal loving as we think we are, and things have to change. And I would love, and it be, you guys are using your platform for the good. I am just trying to use my platform for the good, because otherwise it's just going to go exceedingly tits up, because it's already going. I mean, the factory farming and the dairy industry is just horrific, what you know. And I don't eat meat. I don't eat meat, and I don't drink dairy. I'm very like, I've become this person who is like, I don't preach because my kids eat meat and they, but I buy responsibly. And actually, that's the biggest thing. It's about education. A lot of people don't have a clue what's going on. So they're going to their local Tesco or whichever shop, buying economy meat, which good for them because they're doing the best for their family, because we're also in a financial crisis, an economic crisis.
Yes.
And they're buying meat, but they don't understand where that comes from. So I've gone massively off-piste here. We're talking about dogs, but I think what I'm trying to say, you can relate it all back to
it's
dogs,
all connected. Yeah.
Yes.
Welfare. And they don't understand when they're buying a dog. Why are people buying dogs? Why are they? What do they think? They're just, it's all very wonderful and it's all online and Facebook. We need more regulation. It needs to be regulated properly. We've just lost the plot. Sorry.
Yeah.
And really, I do believe that if we are spreading awareness and educating, people can make informed, better choices with not just buying pets and taking on another animal, but also in what they eat. And then I think we kind of help that sort of cycle. That's my opinion.
It's great to hear your passion. And I was wondering, have you got to this state where you're avoiding meat and dairy through your kind of research and your education, and you made a decision later on because of what you found out?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I've gone back and forward being veggie or pescatarian all my life, basically, but then I would feel quite unwell because I'm obviously not eating the right things. And obviously with the advances in supplements and vitamins and various other, and also just our kind of advanced knowledge of nutrition, it's easy to be a vegan now or to be a veggie or a pescatarian. You can get what you need. But back in the day, I don't think it was as easy as that. My mum's a dietitian, and she said as a child, you were just constantly like yo-yoing. And I remember just going, I'm not eating that. And my mum would go, yeah, but you get headaches because you don't have enough B vitamins, or you don't. So yeah, I think that definitely as I've got older and more informed, and I think when you see more, you realise that you can't be it's not just being a part of it, it's just the trauma, and it makes me very emotional. I think buying responsibly is a really good way of helping your family to navigate that. And I'm not saying one shouldn't eat meat, and I'm not saying I wouldn't eat some fish or whatever, but I would always be responsible. But I would always buy responsibly, and you don't want to be eating hen's eggs from battery farmed hens or factory farmed pork or whatever. I mean, it's just not what we should be doing.
Your passion is so intoxicating, I mean, I feel exactly the same way about all the things you're speaking on. And I think for people listening, because it can be really overwhelming and it can be really demoralizing and upsetting, but when you take action and you make informed decisions, you're contributing to change, aren't you? And I think that's really important for people listening to understand that, when you find out about these things, it's hugely upsetting. And that's why I first gave up meat, because I watched this video and I was pregnant. Oh no, I'd had my first child and I was pregnant with my second. And my husband came in and I was in floods of tears and I couldn't even speak. I said, we have to stop eating meat.
It's horrendous, isn't it?
And that was when we were living in America. But, you come here and it's exactly the same issue. And I think it's all been very hidden behind these images of happy cows and hens and all that kind of thing.
Well, yeah. I'm actually working with the Animal Law Foundation about transparency in packaging. At least we can help people to make better choices so that, because factory farms are owned by a lot of foreigners. This is not British, lovely, gorgeous, cozy, animals plodding around and then going, this is not what this is. This is all about money. And it's a disgrace, actually, what's going on. But you know what? I've gone through the barrier, and I think a lot of people at my stage campaigning, or you go through a barrier, because I'm exactly the same regards. I couldn't look at a lot of images or videos or this. And even like my mum the other week, I just can't look. I said, well, you have to look. You have to look, because if you don't look, but I've gone through the barrier in a way that I am a very emotional woman, and I'm very empathetic, and I'm a real empath in animals and kids. That's it. I mean, make me just whale. But I have gone through the barrier where I can pretty much look at anything now, which is quite scary, because I know I get the fight inside me. I know it sounds ridiculous. I think it took me years to get to that stage where I went, can I look at that? No, I can't. And I think the problem is a lot of people, they go, oh, I just won't look at it. I won't deal with it. No, don't tell me. I don't want to hear it. But unless you hear it and know it, you can't deal with it, and you won't do anything to change your lifestyle. And if we're buying into this cycle, it's just going to carry on. And that is the issue. And once more people know, and we spread the word and we educate, it's going to start changing. And that is how Rose Patterson, that's exactly what Rose is doing. And that's what these guys at MBR Acres. I mean, how many people knew about the testing on beagles? Loads of people, when I oh no, does that happen? Yes, it's been going on for 50 odd years. Why is that? Oh, because why is that? Is there a specific gene in a beagle? No, it's just because they're really kind, docile, let anything happen to them. Simple. That's it.
With you mentioned there's a sort of key word there is education, and another one is awareness. And I know that you're very, very involved in the Dogs Trust. So tell us a bit about what they do.
Oh, I just love everything that the Dogs Trust do. Obviously, I've actually worked with the Dogs Trust for years and years. I was in the Underdog show, and it was priceless. Julian Clary was presenting. We were in a ring. It was beautiful. It was these beautiful dogs that were rescues up for adoption. And then I already had dogs at home. I adopted Bruno, this little long-haired dachshund, and for my mother-in-law then. And he had the most wonderful life. He had the most stunning life, little Bruno, with my mother-in-law. She was obsessed by him. And the work they do, they educate. They don't euthanize any dogs, do they? I believe that's still a policy which I'm a huge believer in. And if you go to one of the Dogs Trust homes and have a look around, you can just see how loved, how well looked after they are. And I think it's like we said, it's spreading the word about rescuing, not buying. It's fostering, adopting and rescuing, and doing our best to do that rather than to go and buy, because you don't know what you're buying. You're buying into an industry that it's vile, and that's what we need to stop. And look how many dogs we need to try and we need to get homes for. I mean, it's just, I think pretty much every home is just full at the moment. So it is a real travesty. But the Dogs Trust are amazing. The work they've done, the work they continue to do, I take my hats off to them.
Yes, we all do. We've heard like your passion for the dogs and how much care that you kind of give dogs. But I'm wondering what it is that you kind of personally get from your dog.
I get so much. We get, as a family, so much from our dogs. I mean, my kids are just the same as me. They're massive animal lovers. And these dogs are just loved. So I do this very strange thing where I'll walk down a street and I see dogs. I don't see people. Do you understand what I mean by that?
100%.
Or driving a car. When I'm driving, I see it's the dogs I see. I don't look at the people. I'm walking, but I've also become, I think I'm a sort of warden of sorts. I don't know if you do this as animal lovers. I'm always looking like, oh, are they okay? Are they pulling them on the, are they safe?
Right.
Everything?
I do that too.
I mean, I've intercepted a couple of situations before. And also various animal situations in my area. We get a lot of
brave of you, Kirsty. What have you done? Tell us.
Horse and traps, which I cannot bear. We have a few of those situs on the roads. I've stopped a few of those 14-year-old boys down quite, country roads, but also main roads, and pretended I'm a warden, RSPCA warden. Don't know where it's come from.
I can see that.
I know. Something inside me, that tenacity. But I've done that with dogs as well. Dogs that I've seen that, like in certain areas, I've just sort of wandering down roads. I mean, it's dogs for me just give me so much and give us so much. And dogs are just plain and simple, pure. Like most animals, I'd say, are just pure. I can't explain that. They're pure. They haven't got any sides to them. They just want to be looked after, loved, and well, treated. And they give you what you give them back. They are wonderful companions. It is unconditional. They just want to be loved and looked after. They're fabulous little companions. They're wonderful for people who, and I love stories about people that rescue a dog and they find their sort of companion, maybe they've lost a partner or whatever. And dogs can really heal. I mean, they're healers. They really are. Animals are definitely spiritual. And I just believe that, it's a bit like I have another issue with this sort of banning breeds at the moment. I have a problem with that because, dangerous dogs, we can call them dangerous dogs, but they're mostly dogs are dangerous when they've been treated badly or are being sort of used for a reason. Dogs in general are not, that is not what dogs are about. Yes, you get more aggressive breeds, of course, and you have to handle them with care. But when, do you remember all the Rottweiler thing? I mean, the amount of Rottweilers are pretty much softies. Yes. And I've got friends who've got loads of them. They've never done anything aggressive. If you start to use a dog and weaponize and use them as a weapon or in an aggressive nature, you're gonna get that with certain breeds. And that's the other thing about educating on dogs and dog breeds as well. People just don't know enough. And that makes me really angry as well. I don't know. Do you find that upsetting?
Certainly, we certainly know that dogs with reputations. I mean, Staffies suffer from that. People say, "Oh, Staffy is an aggressive dog," but we've only ever known. I'm speaking because I know Seann knows quite a few Staffies.
Just extremely loving.
Exactly.
Only ever known lovely Staffies. So that's always going to be the case. I'm guessing, Kirsty, that for Frank and Bertie, life in your house is probably pretty comfortable. What are they allowed and not allowed to do?
I know. Well, that's the other thing. I'm getting much more relaxed as I'm getting older. But actually, Bertie likes to go wherever he can. I mean, he has a dog bed. He also has a bean bag. Nice. He also will lie on the sofa. I'm not too bothered anymore. He doesn't like lying on beds, but Frank is the one who likes to sleep on the end of my bed every night, and that's very on me. I've always been absolute. I don't mind them wandering the house. We've got a barn here, and it's countryside and lovely. They've got a lovely garden. They've got lovely walks, but I'm just getting more and more. They're just pushing me every single day.
Yes,
Frank coming into the equation was interesting because suddenly it was a dog. He was like, I want to sleep in your bedroom. Okay. So he sleeps at the end of the bed and he's just crept and now he's on the end of the bed. Sometimes when my partner isn't here, Darren, he will be lying next to me like a human being. Which is very strange. Actually, head next to me on the next pillow if Darren's not there. But if Darren's there, he won't go near the bed because he knows he's not allowed because Darren's like, no, I can't have that. It's too hot as well. Not bothered. But when it's me on my own, it is Frank in the bedroom, Bertie downstairs on his beanbag.
Because Bertie prefers it that way.
Yeah, prefers it.
That's so funny to me.
I know.
Funny that I love that they probably in dog language say goodnight to each other. That's really makes me laugh.
Well, although you say that, Seann, Frank has also made my bedroom his territory, which I hate. So he does this thing. If he hears Bertie trying to come up, he stands at the door in the middle of the doorway or stands on the bed. And I'm like, be nice. We find it very funny. It is a source of humour to us in the house because he's very now territorial of my bedroom, which is very strange and really not right at all. But so be it. Do your dog? Where are your dogs allowed?
Everywhere. Certainly, I mean, Dolly is a Chihuahua. And,
I love Chihuahuas.
I know, and she there's no telling her to do anything. She goes where she wants, and she sleeps on the bed. And we were saying before you came on that last night was a big thunderstorm, and so she's right up between the both of us, and sort of getting comfort from that. We wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest. And if I did want it another way, I don't think I'd be welcome in the bed. So
you're the one
turfed out. Who'd be chucked out first.
He'd have his own beanbag.
Downstairs. I love it. Oh my gosh, what a thought. Brilliant. Absolutely
how
brilliant.
well trained are the dogs? Are you into the training side of things?
Well, French Bulldogs are very hard to train, as Jack knows. They're quite, they're very hard. They're very pig-headed, and they're on their own agenda the whole time. It is, that's why if you look at, your algorithm, because we've said the word French Bulldog 500 times, you'll find you'll get lots of French Bulldoggy things now. But they're quite funny, those little memes and those little funny things that pop up, because you can see that is the character of a French Bulldog. They're on their own agenda. They'll do what they want. They don't care what you think, but they're adorable, funny, and very loving as well. And he does sit for a treat, and he does put his paw up, but that's it. He will scamper around. Recall is questionable, but I've tried. Frank actually is a very intelligent dog, and actually, if we hadn't rescued him, which I find fascinating, my kids are like, absolutely no chance. If we hadn't rescued him, they were possibly going to see if the police might like to use him. So he's quite intelligent, and he's a Cocker Spaniel.
A bit of sniffer dog, maybe.
Very much so. We do laugh at the thought of him as a police dog, because he's very wet, if you know what I mean, in a beautiful way. He's harmless, but he's quite intelligent. His recall's brilliant. He's quite disciplined in many ways. Yeah. I do think discipline's good. I think on that, I think it's really good for, it's like children. I think they need a bit of discipline. Otherwise, it's going to be chaos, and also it can be dangerous as well. I find things like if you're going on a road or crossing a road, I think you've got to recall so important, things like that. The basic stuff, I'd say. Do you agree?
Yeah.
100%. You've got to have. They've got to be under control when you want them to be under control, and so that they're safe and everyone around them is safe, and that's key.
That's my thing.
And I don't think you need to go crazy about it. Sometimes I've known dogs that they've almost had the character knocked out of them because they're so highly trained, and you think, the poor thing's not really having much fun. It's just waiting for the next instruction.
I agree.
There is a balance with all of that. Who looks after your dogs when you're not around? Because you're very busy.
My parents are amazing. They're around the corner. My parents now don't have. We were brought up with dogs, but they travel a bit, and go to Spain quite a lot, and this, that, and the other. And so their dogs are our dogs. So when they're home, they're amazing. And my dad is obsessed by taking them for walks, which is amazing.
Lovely.
Yeah.
But my kids are older now. They're 16 and 19, and they're brilliant. So it works in some sort of fashion. But I agree with you. It is. I really want to rescue some goats that really need rescuing, because I can't rescue a dog because Bertie's got. So I'm like, right, okay. So I went on this visit to Millbrook, the RSPCA, and I just went to have a look at the animals there a few weeks ago, and there were two just wonderful goats, and there'd been like a big rescue of these beautiful. They're older now. They don't do a lot, and I don't care. They're just stunning, and I really want to take those on, but I just know that you know what it's like. You're going to burden your parents and everybody else with your animals. And then, so, I don't know, I might travel more for work next year or whatever. So it's really difficult. But no, I think I'm very lucky. My parents are incredible. The kids are brilliant. We're all on the same page. And,
that's great.
And that's it.
But it's also in there's a useful kind of example that you're setting, is you've got to think ahead and think it through and be responsible.
Right.
But you can't just go and rescue an animal because you feel sorry for it, and then the next thing it's in trouble because you're not around enough.
Yeah,
but this is it exactly, isn't it? And this is what we see the whole time, and this is what the Dogs Trust see all the time, and all this kind of we're moving house, we can't take the. When I hear about older dogs, and it's I got really upset seeing something on social last week because what happens when you become a bit more active in this domain, you see, these wonderful people that all they do is good for animals. And there's one lady, Donna, who just is always helping to kind of rehome dogs outside of the dog rescue homes as well. I mean, she just does her best, I think, in her local area and whatever. And she said, how on earth this 9-year-old retriever was looking for a home. It had just been turfed out after 9 years from the family home because they were moving. And they bought a different.
What?
I know. I was so upset, and there was no reason for it. Yeah, I was so upset. I was like, oh my God. And so I messaged loads of people. I think it's found a home, which is incredible. Yeah. How can people do that?
I don't know.
Because
they're members of your family.
I understand if someone's died. If someone's died, or the owner has passed, or even the owner's partner has passed and they're infirm in some way, I kind of get, I get that, obviously, because my brother-in-law and sister took on a dog whose elderly owner had died, and they had this really elderly dog and gave it the most wonderful 2 years of life. But how can a younger family turf out a dog because it just doesn't suit them? This is where I get mad.
Yeah, you'd have to be psychopaths, really, wouldn't you, not to do that?
It is. Yeah, totally. Just one thing before we. Oh no, you're going to ask the last question, Jack. We just need to mention the Dogs Trust survey, which comes out annually. Yes. I did it yesterday. It ends on the 30th of June. It's great to have you here today, Kirsty, to be representing the Dogs Trust. Last year, I think we all did it last year, didn't we? I did it. I've done this year's one. It takes about 10 minutes. You just answer some questions about your dog. And it's great for the Dogs Trust to collate information from around the country and understand what's happening with dogs and what we're doing with our dogs and what problems we have with our dogs and that kind of thing.
Yes.
But that's so important, isn't it? And it's like we said about educating and learning and understanding. It is so important to know, because we can all be doing a lot better, quite frankly, with our animals, with our dogs. So,
Kirsty, the question we always ask at the end of our interviews is, do you let your dogs kiss you on the mouth?
Oh, that's interesting. The problem is Frank has been known to eat his own poo.
Okay. You're not the first.
No.
So,
to have
do you know
problem.
what? Actually, I love my dogs more than you know, and you know how much I love my animals.
We believe you.
Yeah.
I don't mind a lick on the cheek.
Yes.
I'm not so bothered about the lips. Is that really bad of me?
No, that's fine.
Absolutely fair.
It's not a competition. I think that's a very fair answer.
Yes. Yes.
Because I know where their tongues go. That's all. Suffice to say.
Yes.
For sure. Kirsty, thank you so much. It's been lovely to meet you and to hear
thank you so
much about.
Thank you, Kirsty.
As Seann said earlier, your passion is very infectious. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys so much. It's been amazing. Really brilliant to have me on. Thank you.
Thanks
so much.
Keep going
animal love. Dog love.
For sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kirsty.
Bye.
That was great.
I love that.
Yeah. I was hoping she'd have a bit more to say, to be honest. But she's great, wasn't she? I'd never met Kirsty before, so it was really lovely to have someone who's got so much energy and vibrancy for the subject of her dogs and all animals, of course. I
didn't want to creep her out, but in my 20s, when I spent a lot of my days very, very hungover, waiting to kind of leave at 5 p.m. to do a gig, I would just have Sky Sports News on loop.
Oh, right.
So I've spent a lot of time with Kirsty, but I didn't want to freak her out.
Was it because you like Sky Sports or you like Kirsty?
It was I liked Kirsty and Sky Sports. Yeah. No, so yes. So that was great. Fantastic. Thanks for listening to Oh My Dog. We hope you enjoyed taking a deep dive with us into our love of dogs.
Please go and subscribe to us on Spotify and YouTube and follow us on Instagram at OMDpod. You'll find loads of extra content and videos there, and send us your voice notes. And join the Off the Lead pack on Patreon. That's patreon.com/OMDpod.
Yes, if you've not had enough Oh My Dog and you just want to listen to the three of us go off topic, you can go to patreon.com/OMDpod where we'll still be there. So there's more of us.
Yeah.
You just head there now. Don't forget to give us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast too. And remember, a dog is for life, not just for podcasts.
I imagine people are rushing over to Patreon just to see what it's like to hear us talk about, stuff that isn't to do with dogs. I bet about 90% of this podcast is nothing to do with dogs. But anyway.
Yes, precisely.